Hello, hi, how are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching this from and the time you're watching this video. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Triza Overcomer, and once again I have a guest, Lucy Wesonga. Lucy Wesonga is in the house. So every time you see Lucy Wesonga, just know that we are about to learn something new. So today we are going to understand more, and of course with the help of our teacher. Today you are our teacher. Yeah, so today we are going to understand more on revenge from our previous video. So welcome, Lucy, and you feel at home.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Triza. It is always humbling being with you, and a privilege for me exactly to get a chance to talk back to your audience. In our last video, we discussed revenge and what is happening in marriages and some of the actions or inactions that couples have taken as a result of the pain that they have gone through. And we saw that there is nothing good from those who take the journey of revenge. Actually, I wish to reiterate that anyone who makes a choice to revenge has to decide to dig two graves, one for themselves and one for the person that they choose to revenge on. Because in essence, the journey of revenge is always painful to the one who chooses to walk it.
No, that part of digging two graves sounds unfair. Yeah, it sounds unfair.
Right. I agree with you. It is a feeling that anyone who is aggrieved would consider that why would I be the person to suffer? But the journey you choose to walk should be a journey that gives you peace.
Okay, tell us more.
Yeah, the journey you choose to walk should always give you peace. It should not be a journey that gives you so much confusion, gives you an unstable mind, gives you so many question marks, and you do not have answers as to what is happening to you. And as we saw in our last discussion, that most of the people who made a decision to pay back or to get even with their spouses ended up regretting their actions, and they found no solution in the direction that they had taken. So there is always a better way of handling things. Yes.
Let us know the better ways.
There is always hope for anybody who chooses to walk out of the victim's seat.
Wow.
Yeah. When you make a decision that I will pick up myself in whatever circumstance that I find myself in and move to the level where I can become a better person. It does not matter what the other person has done. What counts is your decision. The choices that you make definitely determine the next levels of your life. If you make a choice that gives you peace, definitely that is good for you. But if you make a choice that always keeps you in a cycle of trouble, in a cycle of confusion, we saw, for instance, a father who decides to walk out on a family because the wife was disrespectful. This father is always finding themselves having no relationship with the children. The children no longer know the father. This father always finds themselves at a position where they do not have a real tangible family to relate to. So at the end of the day, it beats logic, the journey that they took of walking out. And they always find themselves at crossroads as to whether the decision they took was right or whether it was the wrong thing to do. I am not underestimating the fact that indeed people get hurt in marriages, and that indeed there are wrong things that are going on in marriages. But there is always a way. There is always a way to make things work. There is no place, even in those other decisions that you're walking into, in those other relationships that people choose to go to, even in those other, whatever it is that you're choosing to walk as your journey of revenge, you will still find somebody or something amiss wherever it is that you're headed, and you will always ask yourself whether it was the right thing you did or it was such a mess to have gone that direction. So my advice to anybody who finds themselves at any one point in a situation where you have been wronged, in a situation where you feel so deeply hurt and there is a lot within you that drives you to the extent of wanting to pay back or to get even, or to hurt the other person. And in most cases, the decisions that people make, the actions that they choose as a form of revenge, is never anything to write home about. It is always something that is shameful at the end of the day. You look back at the journey that you have walked and you wonder why you even walked that journey in the first place. So the most appropriate thing is always to look at the circumstance that you find yourself in at any one time. Whatever you find yourself in, there is always a solution. There is always a solution for every circumstance that we find ourselves in. So if you choose the journey of finding lasting solutions to problems that you have, you will live a peaceful life. You will live a life that is more rewarding. The key is in acknowledging that indeed there is a problem, but that even if there is a problem, there is a solution. There are lessons that you learn from the problems that you go through, and aside from that, there is a lot that you can do to get out of whatever situation that you find yourself in. Unless it is as a place where maybe you are being battered, you're being, you are in danger, and so you need to seek refuge. I always tell anybody who finds themselves in a problem that there is always a solution. Take time, take stock of your circumstance. Get to the root of the reason as to why you are in that circumstance, and then come up with workable solutions, and find peace. There is nowhere we are going to run to where we'll find that there is no trouble. So are you going to live a life of revenge for the rest of your life? Because wherever you go, wherever you head, you will always find somebody doing you something wrong.
I know.
Will you forever be revenging the world?
No, unless you live a very dull life.
No, I think the satanic life. You can't just be out there always looking for the next person you are going to harm because they did something wrong to you. The best is acknowledge there is a problem. Acknowledge your part in the problem, because we have all contributed to the circumstances that we find ourselves in. Yes, we are all party to it one way or the other. It may be so small, but it is a contribution. So seek and find a solution, and then move the right direction. So revenge in itself is no solution.
Wow. We are heading somewhere. So I, with some 1,000 others who are watching, would like to know, how do I let go? Because I think that's the first step to avoid revenging. Because either way, you need something to do. You need a way to get out of this, out of the pain. So those people who go the revenge way, that is their way of, getting away from that pain. Or somehow, I would say they feel they are relieved. Now, if I want revenge, how do I let go of the pain?
How do you let go of the pain that you experience?
Or the hurt.
Or the struggle that goes on inside of you. How do you let go of the bitterness? How do you let go of the hate? How do you let go of the grudge that you hold inside of you? How do you deal with that? One, acknowledging that indeed you were hurt is very important. We should not live a lie. Acknowledging that I am in a situation, in a circumstance where I have been wronged is very important. Once you have acknowledged the reality of what you are in, then move to the next levels. How did I find myself here? Because it is not just by accident. It is not a coincidence. There are processes, there are reasons as to why you find yourself wherever you are.
Yeah.
Seek to know your extent of contribution to why you find yourself and where you are. Seek to know the extent of the other person's contribution.
Yeah.
Once you put everything together, then make a decision.
Wow.
That in as much as I acknowledge I have had pain, I have been hurt, I hold inside of me anger and bitterness, I also acknowledge that in this particular case, this was my contribution to this action. And this part was a contribution to the other person, to this matter. But now, I don't want to live a life where I'm wallowing in self-pity, where I am a victim, where I'm holding on to people, where I'm enraged, I am bitter, where I'm actually having people rent-free in my mind and in my heart. If every action I take, if every word that comes out from my mouth, if I go to sleep and the person that is in my mind is a person who did something wrong, essentially I am holding somebody in my life rent-free. Realize that doing that is bringing harm to yourself than to the person who did you wrong. So realize that holding another person and coming up with a scheme to actually get even is going to take you a lot of your self, a lot of your energy, a lot of your time, a lot of your peace. It's going to take entirely all the energy that you would have used to move to the next level to get to revenge. So once you get to that point where you realize that it is not serving you, it is not adding value to you, it is not making your life any better, then you choose that action that is going to put you in a better place. And what better place to be than to say, I let go. I know you did wrong, yes. My contribution to this was ABCD, but your contribution was XYZ. But in as much as that is the circumstance that I find myself in, I also know that I do not have the whole time on earth to spend thinking about the wrong that somebody did to me. The time that I would take coming up with the schemes and holding on to somebody, making my entire life become some form of cage of another person's wrongdoing, I would take that time and give myself a chance to do better. You see, so you let go, you release. It is always, like I said, letting go is a gift to yourself. It is a gift to you to let go, to consider very many other options of dealing with this person who has wronged you. And when you make those kinds of decisions, you find that you become so light. Yes, learn the lessons. Learn the lessons in every one of the circumstances that you went through, because there are lessons you need to learn. Yes, you need to know what happened, what led to why you find yourself there. So if there is anything that was as a result of your own doing, so you know you don't need to do those kinds of things in future. If it was another person, get to understand that people are just human and they are different, and that they are going to do many crazy things in life against you. But now you need now to know, knowing that people are different, knowing that they will think differently. What you consider to be right may be so wrong to another person.
That is true.
You see, so knowing and understanding that we are all different, and that we all think differently. I remember there's one time we were traveling a country, and we stood at a cliff and we were looking down, and every one of us was trying to say what they were seeing. Standing at a cliff, all of you, and everybody saying totally different things that they were seeing. So it means we are always going to have different points of view, because we are all different. God has created each one of us so uniquely, so unique. So we all have very different perceptions, different thoughts, different ways in how we look at things. Realize that that is who people are. And with that kind of knowledge, take the next steps of your life of letting go, releasing people, finding peace. Do a lot, that energy of, seeking to do the next wrong stuff. Use it to do something good. Use it to make yourself better. Use to become a better soul. Use that time to become an example. Use that time to become a reason for hope for another person. Somebody would see you and would say, really, if such and such a person was able to come out of this circumstance, then I can. Yeah, because people are really going through very many different issues. Yeah. Those issues that you go through, remember, you are not alone in them. There are many people who are facing more or less the same problem that you are going through. But each one of them is making their own decision. Choose to be the wiser one. Yes, choose to be the smarter person. Choose to be the bigger person. You take power back when you let go. But you are held by revenge and you become the lesser person. So walk a peaceful life. Let people go. Don't let people rent for free actually in your system and bring you down with depression, bring you down with all forms of sicknesses. Find peace by letting go.
Yes. That one is a very deep point. I love it. I know it is not easy for many of us, but the grace of God is sufficient. The only thing that I know about letting go, and this is what keeps me going, and what makes me, or it makes it easy for me to let go. It is the verse in the Bible that says above everything, you guard your heart. Because from it close the ears.
The rivers of
exactly
of
the
life,
springs of life. So every time I feel about having that very heavy heart, and I want to have God, there is no way you will guard your heart when you have those burdens.
Very true.
And then the thought of whoever I'm carrying, they are somewhere, not even knowing that
you're carrying them.
Exactly. So I feel bad that I cannot waste more than one day carrying someone in my heart.
It's too heavy.
I love myself and I love my heart.
That's true.
And I want to have God,
Yes.
So I know there is no way I'll have God if I carry these people or I have these burdens.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I know it is not easy. It is very hard. You don't just wake up and you say, I let go. Yeah, we need a lot of God's grace.
Exactly.
Yes.
I always tell anybody who is walking the journey of forgiveness, it takes God. It takes God for one to realize and understand that holding anybody in your heart deprives of you of a godly nature.
That is true.
Yeah, we are supposed to walk in obedience with the word of God, and it is clear one of the things that we have been called to do as children of God. We have been called to do what? To forgive. In the Lord's Prayer, it is part of what we pray every other time. It is very clear that we ask God to forgive us our sins as we forgive those who have wronged us. You see, there is no way you are expecting that God is going to forgive you and you have not forgiven those who have wronged you. There is even a place where it says that you should not even waste your time going to give your tithe and gifts and offering at the altar if you have not made peace with your brother. So it means if you have been doing very many good things out here, serving people, being out of your way for, but in your heart there is somebody that you hold in you see all the good that you have been doing, it has been washed away by whatever it is that you're holding in your heart. So God in your heart is key, because inside of you, if you are clean and if you are pure and if your thoughts and your mind are directed to that which is the will of God, then that enables the presence of God to come inside of you. Yes. And once God is inside of you, it is very possible now for you to walk a journey that is peaceful. Even the ones who do wrong, the ones who are persistently doing you wrong, if they see you at that point or that place where letting go is part and parcel of your life, they will learn one thing or the other from you. And together we can be a people that know God and are always coming back home to God, who is our creator.
I think that's it. I don't have anything to add on that. Yeah. I think we need to have God.
True.
Even the things that we feel like we cannot do with God, they are doable.
Very much so. Very much so. I know that it is. Okay, I hear the stories of people and the things that they have gone through, and they are weighty, and sometimes you wonder really how it is possible.
Yes.
But I can assure you that those who have chosen to walk a walk with God, they will always find a space in their heart to let go.
Exactly.
And there is such freedom, so much freedom in letting go.
Yes.
You become so light within yourself. There is peace, there is joy. Actually, it opens up so many rivers of opportunities, because what else is holding you back? The only thing that is holding you back in getting to the next level of your life is that person you're holding.
That is true.
Is that person worth your peace? Is that person worth your next level of a career?
Wow.
Yeah, because God is ready and is willing to shower you with his blessings. But he is saying until
you let go.
yeah, I mean, the person you are holding, is that person worthy your peace?
No.
Is that person worthy your next level of life?
Never.
Is that person worthy every joy that you're missing?
Yeah,
so
sure.
forget the past. The past is long gone.
Sure.
Yes, there are lessons out of it, but now
We focus on
focus ahead. Make a choice to focus ahead, and let being ahead, your next level of life, be that honors God. One of the ways we honor God is by forgiving those who do us wrong. Yes, and when we forgive others, God is ready also to do what? To forgive us. Because who has not sinned? Who has not done a wrong? And I like God how he puts it. There is no bigger sin or no smaller sin. So even the one who murdered and the other one who stole a chicken or another one who just abused, they are all sinners. Yes. So if God can sit in heaven and he looks at all of us down here with all our wrongdoing, and he still finds mercy, he says that his mercies are new every morning. So if he can look at all of us with all our wrongs, and he still allows that the sun will shine on all of us, it will rain on all of us, who are you to hold those people in your heart because they did one thing or the other that is wrong to you? There is a movie I was watching of a certain guy who had lost his daughter, and he came to learn that it was one of his friends who had participated in the death of the daughter, and he went out on a mission to revenge. He sought everything possible to go and hunt for this person and ensure that this person is dead. He did not even consider going to bury the daughter. His journey was focused on going to revenge, to actually kill this person who had involved himself in the death of his daughter. Now on that journey, unfortunately, he was hurt and he ended up becoming too sick and he got into a coma. When he was in a coma, he found himself in heaven, and there was this angel of God that was taking him on some form of a journey, and he asked this guy, what would you want us to do for you? What is this one thing you would want us to do for you? And this person said, the only thing I want in life, the only thing, I have stopped everything of my life to focus on just getting a hold of the person who was involved in the death of my daughter, to ensure that this person is dead. That is the only thing. So if you can enable me to get a hold of this person and just ensure this person is dead, all my life is done. Then the guide told him, all right, if that is the way you want to go, I would want to show you something, and once I am done showing you and you make an appropriate decision, I'll give you what. The guide gave him an opportunity to see his children who are still alive in what they were doing on earth, and he saw that they were involved in all manner of wrong things that he as a parent was never even aware that they were doing those kinds of bad things. And so the guy told him, now you have seen what your children are doing, something that you're not even aware of. But now you must make a decision. Choose among these children, because you have seen whatever wrong that it is that they are doing. Make a choice. One of them must die. Make a choice, because they are doing wrong things. You have seen yourself that what they are doing is not right. You are not aware about it, but they are doing wrong stuff. So you have to make a choice that one of them must do what? Must die. Then this guy looked at the whole of that and he said, I'd rather die than have one of my children die. Even if they are wrong, they are mine. That then became the confirmation. The guy told him that's exactly where God finds himself. He finds himself looking at all of us, his children. We are all his creation. Each one of us is his own child. And he looks at the wrongs that we do here on earth. And he wonders whichever one of them he should kill because they have done something wrong to the other. And he says, no, they are all mine. And that's why he chooses forgiveness. He chooses to give a chance to all of us every day. When he says that his mercies are new every morning, it is for the sake of his children, that they will come to the point where they know that they are wrong. And like the prodigal son, walk back home and say that we are sorry. We had gone wrong, but we are back. So every time when you look at somebody who has done you wrong, remember that that person you consider as having done something wrong is still God's creation. And in their wrong, God is still waiting on them to make the right decision and walk back home. So you can only be a vessel that helps many to walk back home. But you cannot be the one that chooses the decision of walking the journey of revenge. The Lord says, revenge is mine. Revenge remains the place of God. Anytime when you choose the journey of revenge, you have chosen to be a small God. And can you fight God? Can you take the place of God? If God has chosen to forgive us, who are you? Not to forgive.
Hey, good people. Hey, this is so humbling. This is so humbling. So when you feel like you cannot forgive because you are so much offended, you call yourself a small meeting and you ask yourself, how clean are you? How holy are you? Wow. I'm humbled, Lucy. So thank you so much for that. Yeah, I think we should have you more often. We need to be hearing more of these words, because I know we are somewhere, we are drowning in this, we are drowning somewhere, not knowing where to start and what to do. And I thank God for you. Because slowly by slowly, you're changing me, and I'm happy. So, Lucy, in less than 1 minute, I would like you to summarize the whole thing, and you tell us now about that sweet revenge. Maybe for slow learners.
Yeah.
In only 1 minute, kindly summarize the whole thing, and then we're done.
The sweetest revenge you can ever give is when you let go. Pick yourself up and choose to forgive the ones who have wronged you. Pick the lessons out of whatever circumstance that you find yourself in and walk in becoming a better person, in becoming a vessel of change. The journey of revenge is a journey to death. And you may not like it, but anyone who chooses revenge will never amount to anything. For revenge belongs to God.
I'm done. I'm done. Thank you very much, Lucy. And thank you guys for watching. I'm happy. I know you're happy too. Thank you. And see you in the next video. Bye-bye.